Hello, crafty friends. Welcome back to my craft room. I'm Yvonne with Jour, On My Mind, Journaling and More. And today I'm going to just continue in my September signature. I have been just kind of stuffing this bag I used to take my August signature back and forth to work until I got all the journaling done. With the August signature, all the gluing was done, so all I had to do was pop some pens in here and take the signature. With this September bag, I have got all kinds of just the ephemera from the week as I've been stuffing it in every day. So it's with the new puppy, I'm having to revamp everything. Nothing is safe anymore. I've had to pull everything off of my lower shelves in my craft room to accommodate this puppy so she doesn't chew on all of my things. Look at this. I don't know. I might put this in my journal. My granddaughter brought this to me yesterday. It's a little blue feather. So it's pretty. I'm probably just going to pop it in there. And so I have all this stuff that I'm going to try to sort through and get through. We did a couple pages together and I got this page done. So this is like almost, the coming week is the last week of September. And I am on the first, well, the 2nd of September, but it's okay. I'm going to go to yesterday, which I believe was the 20th. And I'm just going to start here. I love that feather. I have, oh, that's not even glued down. And oh, my notes for yesterday are still in my planner. But a lot of the stuff. So let's see. My husband went to the camper. We stayed home. I'm on puppy duty with the new puppy until she's about 6 months old. 6 months old. She has to, be let out multiple times a day. And I'm going to tell you what, this puppy must have the tiniest bladder there ever was. So, but we're doing pretty good on the potty training. Now, how should I put this in here? I almost want to put it behind the date tile. Wonder if it will stick. I'm just going to try. Put a glop of glue right about there. And hopefully that will stay just like that. Almost wanted it a little. Okay. Hopefully that'll stay. Wonder if I shouldn't staple it too. Not sure what's going to happen today. What is today? Is this, am I on the right day? Yes. And you know what? Today is the last day of summer. So I'm going to put this date tile down too. Lost the pin. Oh, geez, because I actually put it away. All right. Last day of summer. I have my summer t-shirt on. I am such a seasonal person. So after Labor Day, of course, I don't wear white too much anyway, but, after Labor Day, let's see. Yep, Labor Day is in the fall. I don't wear white. Since today is the last day of summer, there's some summer Oh, you know what? I can staple that. Let's see if I can get that before the glue dries, because the date tile is going to go right over the top of the staple. And that way it's bound to stay in. There's the staple and there's the date tile. There we go. So what was I saying? Oh, so this t-shirt I have on today, it's, you know, summer vibes, I think it says. And so I won't wear that until next year. And a lot of different things that's like that. I'm just going to put this down. Today is the last day of summer. Oh, that almost fell on the floor. So Puppy is napping, so I get a reprieve. Hubby is still fishing at the camper. He's caught some fish that he'll have to clean. And he has certainly filled our freezer. So we'll be having a fish fry. Well, I don't fry the fish. There's only a few fish from around here that we keep and actually eat. And a lot of it is baked or broiled. Let's see. Oh, so here's my one of my prompts. I stuffed my prompts in this journal throughout, just kind of randomly going, okay, I think this day will work for this. So we're in the midst of today, but I do want to work on this prompt, Butterfly Bliss. So I'm gonna just, in keeping, these are the actual prompts that I drew out of that bag. Now, if you wanted to, of course we're now at the end, but you could still do this. I had posted this newsletter kind of in celebration of 1 year on YouTube, and all the prompts are right here. And you could cut this out and use it as you want to, or leave it as a journal card, or cut them out individually like I do. Either way. What I've been doing, and I do have to go back and do it for August, is on the actual card, on the back, after the month is done, I've been going back and writing the prompt word again and putting the date that I actually did that prompt. That's just kind of something I've been doing. Now, where was I? Okay, 21st, this is today. So I really don't have any ephemera going on, but what I've noticed is when I start putting all this stuff down, I don't leave myself enough room to do journaling. Here, this was okay because there wasn't much going on. I just kind of was in bed all day, sick. So I think before I even start working on this prompt, I want to find a journaling spot. Now, again, I've said it multiple times, this is Reader's Digest page. In fact, my glue pages are the guts of the books that I used in the accordion fold journal. So I'm gonna try to find the journaling card first. I have this great big file of stuff I thought I would want to use in September. I haven't really gone through it. I tend to do a lot of pockets too. That would be cool. I like the saying on that. Be who you are and say what you want, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. What a good reminder. That would work. Oh, how about something like that? I actually really like that. Well, that was easy. I thought I was going to have to sift through that a little bit more. Okay. So we're working on Butterfly Bliss, and I can take this paper clip out and put it away. All right, so I'm going to get the journaling space down first, and this is just a little too wide for the page. I'm going to trim it down. And I think that's going to do it. Yay. And now, what I need to do is put the journaling card down first. So I'm going to get back that paper clip and kind of stick this where I want it. And then I'm going to put some glue on the back of this card. I don't even know where I got this. I think this was in the pack of paper I bought from that scrapbooking store. I bought all kinds of fall colored papers, and it had all kinds of things that came with it. So I think I will plan another trip to that store. I think it ended up being about 2.5 hours from here. So it'll have to be, I'll have to plan out the trip. But I'm not going to do it for the end of the year. I don't really think I can swing it. Yeah, with the puppy and all. So it'll probably be next year before I get back there. But if you have a store like that near you, I had my granddaughter with me, and I could have spent hours in this store, but I limited it to an hour because my granddaughter, you know, she doesn't like this kind of stuff, and she was bored. She did really good, but I think the next time I go, I really like that. The next time I go, I'll be by myself, or maybe we make a trip of it, me and my husband, or me and my granddaughter and my daughter, and then either my husband or my daughter or both could take her somewhere else while I'm shopping. Maybe, drop me off for a couple of hours, and then we can get back together for lunch. I don't know how it will work out. It's far. I wish there was one closer. I honestly wish I could find a good location near me to kind of open a store like that. But I did some research. I really did get excited and really heavily considered it because I just loved it so much. This is from a Trader Joe's bag. So that's going to be my journaling space for today. And now I can play. I just don't know. I don't really think there's a space near me that that would be conducive to that type of business. So I have a container full of butterflies, and I had pulled that out when I saw this prompt. And I love butterflies for multiple reasons. One of them is my son, so he, well, it just reminds me of him. And now here I go, trying to cover up all my journaling space. I guess this one is a little too big. No, I can put it right there. Yes, and so butterflies, they start out as caterpillars, and, they transform. It reminds me of another life, kind of, not to get morbid or anything, but kind of what and how, what happens when we pass on. We transform into whatever you believe in. I'm not going to go into all that, but this reminds me of my son, and it helps me to think that he has transformed into a better place, right? So I have a ton of butterflies in here. I even have these Tim Holtz things, but I didn't make a pocket. That's okay. So I don't want to use any of these cards. Not sure why this is in there with the butterflies. Keep that out. Here's another blue butterfly. That's probably a moth. This is a moth. Here's a cute little butterfly. And then I have some wooden butterflies. Which could be fun. I guess I have to remove the staples to get into that pack. Let's just see if there's a home for any one of these. As it's wooden. I have an idea for that. Whether this will work or not, I'm not sure. But I wonder if I couldn't use one of these, what are these called? Bulb pins. It's a little safety pin. Let me just see if this even will get on there. Let's see. And does it give it enough dangle? I think so. All right, so I'm gonna clip this for now, figure out where that's gonna go. Maybe some ribbon. I love kind of working through these prompts. I had no plan when I started recording. Here's another butterfly in there. I don't know if I'll use all of those, but I'm gonna put this stuff back in. That's a moth. I had these cards too, but those are too big. Actually, I think that's a moth. These are postcards that people send me. Okay, put the butterflies aside. Now, I have all of this ribbon next to me. I can't fit it under the camera. So, a little bit of ribbon right there. Actually, I just had a different idea. Because I have ribbons in here, but I also, where did I put it? I also have this. I have just been, this is, I've bought a couple sweaters. So this is what they sew into the sweaters to keep them hanging up in the store. I hate these. They drive me crazy. So I cut them out. So I could use one of these. Let's see, this color is like a brownish. This is a maroonish. This is black. Black. And then I have this pink. Oh, that's got a ribbon all the way on it. This must have been from something else. All right. So let's see. Do I want the brown? I'm going to use the brown. Stick this back down here. I have a rolling cart right underneath me, which makes my second rolling cart. All right. Now, how do do I want to do this? I guess I'm just gonna tie a little bow at the top or bottom. How is this gonna hang? It's gonna hang like this from something. So the ribbon could be tied behind it. I don't need all of it. So I'm gonna tie the ribbon back here. Maybe. Can I not tie a bow? I'm gonna make a knot and then tie a bow. Tie a nice bow. I am not good at bow making, for sure. I took a class not too long ago, sometime last year, I think. But it's just not, I'm not good at it. So, I want these little bows to be smaller. And some things, you know, you're better at some things than others. And so bow making, not so much my strong suit. Okay, why can't this, oh, I'm trying to tighten it up. And I think I still want it a little bit smaller because the butterfly is quite small. Okay. Now, let's kind of see, kind of looks like antenna, maybe. I've squished down, made the bow a little bit too flat. All right. Now I gotta figure out where to attach this. And I keep being drawn to the date tile. So, but that's there. I don't know that that's going to work. So what I might need, I know what I can use if this matches. I have a bunch of these that I'm thinking about putting into some fall journal packs. And this is a sample from an upholstery like sample page. I have a ton of these that they look like this. I've cut them off of the bolster and then have cut them like this one's really pretty. That one's really pretty, but if I cut off a little tab, you're really not going to see that that's a leaf pattern. So I think I'm just going to use this. And what I'm going to make is a tab on the page. And that's kind of, when I bought these, it's kind of what I figured I would use this for. I'm using my fabric pinking shears. And then I've got this tab that I can then attach this to. And then the tab can be, I can't put it on the bottom. I have to be careful on the side, knowing I probably can have about that much. So I'm going to cut a little more off of this. Because when I put it in that 365 accordion fold journal, sometimes this will get knocked. All right, so now I'm going to attach the bulb pin. Let's see. Well, I'll kind of orient it after I get it attached. So I only want it on one side there. Almost wondering if I shouldn't attach it after I glue it in, but I'm still playing around. Yeah, I'm gonna attach the bulb pin after I glue. So, where should this go? Where do I want it to hang? Off of the side, I think. So, let me just see what's on the other side of this. My date tile is there. So I'd have to go either down this way, which would be fine, or I could go from the top. I'm looking, the journal, the accordion fold journal is on the shelf across the room. I'm looking. I have multiple things sticking up from the top. So I think I'm gonna go with putting it on the top, like right about here. Okay. I'll get my stapler again. And I love this tiny attacher. This is Tim Holtz. I have a lot of Tim Holtz things. I really like his stuff. There we go. Now, what's that? I think I messed up my bow. And I've lost my bulb pin. Oh, here it is. So, let's see. Oh, I've lost the butterfly too. And get that in there. That's cute. And let's see. I think I'm gonna make a bow, but I think I'm just gonna glue it down instead of trying to tie it. Oh, come on. So today, I may have to staple a journal card on top of this because I'm pretty sure there'll be a picture for today. Oh, come on. Today is going to be, hang on, why I don't just cut this, I'm not sure. But I'm not going to be able to get that out. So I'm just going to cut it and make another bow. I'm being silly, right? Hang on, I've got to think about this bow. I can't talk and make a bow at the same time because apparently I am not coordinated enough to make a bow. Or maybe my ribbon is a little too short. Come on now. Yeah, my ribbon's too short or something. Let me just, my fingers are too bulky. I don't know. Let's try this. I can do this. I can make a bow. No, I can't. Come on. Oh my goodness. And I told you, I am not good at certain things. This is one of them. I want it to be kind of small. Pull it really tight. There we go. How's that? This side's a little bigger. Okay. So I'm either gonna put the bow there, here. Did I glue that one down? Yeah, or maybe right underneath the butterfly. And have the butterfly dangle. Oh, or maybe I'll put it right here. Let's just go totally away from what I was trying to do. Seems like I might have to refill this art glitter glue. Okay, come on. Hold that down a little bit. Don't tell me I have to break out my Fabrifix for this tiny little bow. I think it's gonna stick. Let me stop playing with it for a minute. Just make sure that glue's gonna catch. So there we go. I like that. That's really cute. It's a little bit interactive. Yeah. And now Butterfly Bliss. I'm just gonna put this here. And I think I do need to have a journaling card because today is, on my newsletter, I put my September bucket list, and we planned on, here it is, Kids Take Over the Kitchen Day. So my granddaughter is cooking for us today. How about that? So I'm sure there will be pictures. And can do some sort of flip or something. Yeah. But I'm going to continue with the butterflies. And let's see. Where do I want these? Maybe green looks better down here. Blue looks better up here. I have this one. I think I'm just going to go with these, 2 more of these, and then I have the wooden butterfly. So let's get this one on. Yeah, so what else? They're bug-wise, butterflies, they are a bug, but I enjoy them. Enjoy seeing them flutter away. I don't so much enjoy the caterpillars, that's for sure. And I do pick them off of my garden plants and dispose of them appropriately. But I do enjoy them. And there. Now let's cut this ribbon down. Nice. Since I can't make a bow out of these, I'm gonna get rid of it. Just not frustrate myself. Okay, so end of summer, Butterfly Bliss. I have a little space down here, and I know I'm gonna have to tip in some sort of tip in. Well, do I want to put a butterfly on this? Let me just see if I have any different color. I've got this great big thing again. Let's see. I have some cards here. It's blank on that side. I also have this one. I actually like the leaves, the falling leaves. Okay, get this out of the way. And bring me back to some butterflies. So I'm gonna tip this in after I see how to do the photo on there. But I want to add a butterfly. I have this. Let's see how that looks. That's kind of cute. But it's a little too big for this card. I'm a-thinking. I spend a lot of time on these prompts, don't I? So if I left this flip up, I could put a picture, which I don't have any pictures printed, but I could put a picture underneath, or the pictures could go here, and I could write on the front and the back. This is what I'm gonna do. Change my mind on the falling leaves. Well, tomorrow is actually the first day of fall. Oh, but I put Symmetry there. Okay, I'll leave that there. Let me get this journaling prompt down. I covered it up with I need this. I forgot to put these butterflies away. And I need my glue stick. I'm gonna just pop this over here as close as I can, being mindful because this is a part that will get sewn in. Now, I'm going to make this, but I'm not going to tip it in yet. And so how am I going to attach this? I'm going to use some glue tape. Or not glue tape. What is this? Yeah, glue tape, right? Is that right? I think so. There we go. Get that glued down. All right. And I want to, there. So now this flips up. I can write here. And this will flip up there. And I'm gonna leave the top edge from that transparency as a transparency for now. And this and this. Okay, I like that. First prompt of the month. Okay, let me see, check on the time, and I'm gonna go through some of my things that I have pulled out of that bag. I can put the butterflies away now. And I'm gonna put the ribbon away. so I have room. All right. Let's see. I have, again, I'm just gonna stuff very quickly. Excuse me. I feel like I'm still getting over COVID. I have like a little catch in my throat from time to time, and it's like this has been the worst. Okay, this is 9:20, and this should be 9:20, which is yesterday, right? Yep. Okay. I'm just gonna pop things in, maybe. Oh, you know what? I don't want to mess up that butterfly or the feather. This was yesterday. I don't keep these receipts. If I do, I make a photocopy of them and keep that there. We bought some dog toys, a lot of dog toys to keep Puppy happy. We did training. We also went to a play, me and my granddaughter. Let's see what this is. Yep, right this way. Yeah, what else do I have in here? I don't know. Kong, I think I might write this company because the dogs, maybe it's the type of dog I'm picking out, but these tough toys that are supposed to be so tough, they are tearing them up between my two dogs. They're only lasting a tiny little bit. Okay, so this is today. It's the end of summer, and I had flipped through a magazine, and I really like this image. It says, "Hello, Fall." I am hoping to be able to work this in to this journal. I'm going to keep that small surprises because one of the journaling prompts is use only words. Got all kinds of things here. All right. Oh, and it works out. It's a blank page. Okay. A plain white page. Let's see. It's also a short page. So, I think if I just cut it on this edge, because it is time for fall. Somebody's texting me. That's the thing about recording later in the day. All right, so I need to trim this about right here. I think that I made that crooked. Yikes. Let's see what happened. I gotta remember that this is not sewn in yet. Now where's the fold? The fold is right there. So, you know what? I think I can just tuck it. No, I better trim a little bit off of this. Now here's where I go wrong. I can't cut a straight line to save my life. Let's try this. Yep. Now, what's the date? The 22nd. Where did I put the date tile? Right here. Okay. I know I'm working ahead, but I want to get these things down while I'm thinking of them. Okay. Here's the date tile. Here's this. Before I glue anything down, I want to see, let's see, it's up here, it's down here. I'm just thinking, I'm trying to keep all the date tiles because they're a little bit bulky, separated, like maybe top, bottom. Okay. And, you know, when I get to this day, I'm going to figure out what to do down here. So I'm just going to glue this down. Down here. And I probably, what is happening? Oh, okay. Probably not going to glue that date down because I'll have to come back through and put some type of washi or something like that. But I just really like this image. So there we go. Hello, fall. We are here. Almost. We have today. And I had put Symmetry down here. Just not sure how all this is going to work out. But I am going to, I think, did I have a paper clip? Yep. Paper clip this all back there. And then that's for the next day. All right. What else do I have over here? Oh, I got something in the mail yesterday. And it's just an invitation, but I like the pattern here. So I'm gonna cut that out. I wished I'd seen this before I worked on the cover, I think it is. Okay. Because it's a nice, I just like this pattern. So sometimes I just keep it. It's more, to me, this reminds me more of Thanksgiving though. And we're only in September. But for something like this, where's my, thought I did like, okay, we did a strip right here. It could have worked on that. So I'm going to save this. Again, I think it's more November than anything else, but I am going to get it cut out. So it's not as bulky as I'm saving these things. And then here's another piece of it. I'll either have to cover it up with something. That's a good looking steak. Makes me want some steak. But I don't like to, here's the thing. You know, when you first get together, couple-wise, marriage-wise, we came up poor. I'm going to tell you what, everything we have now, we have truly worked for. That goes here. And so I love steak, but we could not afford steak. Back then, and I'm talking 30 plus years ago, hamburger was the cheapest meat you could buy. And so that we ate a lot of hamburger. It's since wow, tripping over my tongue. It's since flipped, right? So now chicken is the cheapest, although it's not really cheap anymore. Nothing's cheap anymore. So anyways, hamburger was, you know, all we could afford meat-wise. And here's another flyer that I saved only for the word game day. because that's another bucket list item for me, is to go see a local football game. And so far, I have not been able to do that. There's nothing really else on that. Although, hold tight as I throw it in the trash and resurrect it. This trip I have to take at the end of this month, I probably will use DoorDash, so I'm gonna save that. And the game day. Okay. All right. So hamburger was the cheapest, and now, you know, we can afford steak. Not all the time, for sure. We have gone out a lot to get a good steak dinner, but my husband has been perfecting his grilling game. And so here's Bath and Body Works. Now he has gotten me so spoiled that I would prefer his steak as opposed to anyone else's. I'm not a huge Bath and Body Works fan, but my granddaughter loves it. I don't really see anything I want to save out of that. That could be cute. I get these coupons in the mail, and she sees them and she's like, can we go? Can we go? And so we go. Of course we go. Why not? So I might just save that if we go to Bath and Body Works. Okay. Now, my goodness. All right. I clipped this from a magazine. Let me see if I can find my notes on this one. I'm kind of skipping around. My granddaughter wanted, yeah, I'm not going to be able to find it, but I'm going to put that right there because she wanted to try chicken and dumplings. So we made chicken and dumplings, real dumplings, the dough ball dumplings. And then this was another thing. I had one particularly bad day where I was just emotionally spent. So I'm going to document that. Let me see if I can quickly find that day, because that might be a fun day to work on. And it was shortly after COVID, and I think I was just kind of, yep, the 9th. It was the 9th. I think I was just still really tired or something. So let's see if we can work on this day, because I like the image. I like this image that I had popped in here, but I really did have a moment this day where I just was emotionally spent. I like that image. And I don't know why I always go for these big scissors to try to do some fussy cutting. But I am gonna keep on. Actually, no, I need to get the smaller scissors because I'm looking at that nose going, that I am not a good fussy cutter, and that's just not gonna happen. So here's my tinier ones. I don't know why I don't reach for these. All right, so today I know we've skipped around, but it's just part of it. I'm just trying to get some stuff in as I go, as I'm having some ideas, and, you know, finding the things that I want to put in, all these little magazine clippings, clip art, whatever it is. I feel like today is almost done, so that's good news. Now, this was how I envisioned this day to go, right? So, I don't know. But this is how it actually went. So I was literally emotionally spent. I like how that grounds it. I don't know why the date tiles didn't get, I just didn't glue them all together. So I'm going to glue this together now. Certainly hope I have the days right in here. Okay. And this piece is actually a little too big. And yeah, so these, I think I said in the last video, I settled on just some cardstock behind it, because to me it looks like we've torn the stamp off of an envelope, right? I'm going to save that image. I had these that I thought went well, but I think I'll save that too. And here's a good quote. Oh, and this. Control-Alt-Delete when you need a reset, right? Let's see about this quote. And then I'm going to go back and read my notes for this day. It's an odd thing to journal about, but I am under a tremendous amount of stress between work, my granddaughter, she's struggling a little bit in middle school, and so there's that. Why I decided to throw a new puppy in that mix, I don't know. Who knows? Yep. I'm thinking about where I'm going to do the journaling, right? And unfortunately, this journal has a lot of pop-ups, pockets. I'm wondering, let's see what I can find really quickly. But you know, I'm looking at the time, and I think we do need to wrap this up. So, today we kind of bounced around all over the place. I do feel like I have one page nicely done and one of my journaling prompts. This will become a tip in, and I think the only way to do it is to flip it up, because today there will be some photos, right? I'm gonna keep all that in that paper clip. And yeah. So I feel good about this page. I really like it. Okay. All right. Well, happy last day of summer. And I will see you next fall. Just kidding. I'm getting silly. Maybe it's lack of sleep. So, all right. I hope you're into your journal, hopefully a little more further along than I am, and you're enjoying, whether it's journaling, crafting, painting, whatever your medium is. Get in there and do it. It's truly, truly helpful and important for mental health, right? So I will see you next time. Bye-bye.